Welcome back to the Popcorn Hour. I'm your co-host Matt,
And I'm your co-host, James.
and today we're going to be discussing James Gunn's Superman. As we record this right now, it's Sunday, July 13th, but we went and watched it Friday,
Yeah.
July 11th. So we had a couple days to kind of sit on it, think about it, and see if our initial reviews changed. This is right now spoiler free, so we're not gonna spoil anything, but we will get into the nitty gritty of the entire movie. So if you haven't watched it yet, you can come back later, go watch the movie, and then you can come back to us. Or if you don't care about spoilers like me, feel free to continue watching. All right. So what's your thoughts?
I thought going into it, I really didn't think that the trailer did a lot of justice for the movie. But I think it was a great theater experience. I think it was definitely my most anticipated movie since probably Infinity War or Endgame.
Comic book movie.
Probably movie.
Really?
Because
I could have sworn earlier in the year you said something else was your most anticipated movie of the year.
It was originally...
Was it Mickey 17?
It was Mickey 17.
Yeah. And you know,
directed by Bong Joon-ho. And then I think when I might have watched Mickey 17, the trailer for 28 Years came out. And then that was definitely my favorite trailer ever. And then that
for
was...
28 Years?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The original one. And then that was definitely my most anticipated. But the few weeks before we finally watched Superman, it was I was I've never been this excited for a movie since probably Endgame.
No, you didn't watch the trailer right away.
I watched the teaser, so the teaser before the teaser. And then that was it. And then a few weeks ago, I went to go see it was either F1. I think it was F1.
F1.
And I saw the official trailer for Superman, and the only reason I would watch a trailer if it was on the silver screen. So,
did you go see F1 in IMAX?
Mm-mm.
No, just standard.
Kind of wish I saw it in IMAX, but it was. I liked it a lot. I just didn't think it was very good, but I liked it.
Yeah.
I think it was worth watching. It was fun.
Yeah, I initially I wanted to go into this movie as very had a low expectation.
That's what I was
Just because I didn't want to be disappointed. Like MJ said in No Way Home.
Yeah.
I really didn't want to be disappointed. And a lot was riding on this movie.
The entire
DC.
DCU and probably James Gunn's future career.
Yeah. But when we were watching it, I couldn't help but smile the entire time. And even our theater, everybody was laughing and having a good time, and you could tell the excitement in the theater, which was really cool. You don't really get to see that too often anymore with movies, but
we did look like idiots walking into the theater because he bought the popcorn bucket and the cup.
Yes.
And I bought a Jaws popcorn bucket. And so we walked in with a bucket each, and he had a giant bag, and I had just a shark.
Not only that, you were wearing a Superman shirt, and I do not own a Superman shirt. I went to Walmart the day before because they had the Superman, kind of the Superman section with the new shirts and stuff like that. So I was just going to pick one up that day, but they didn't have them. So I wore a Batman shirt. So yeah, we look kind of funky, but it's fine. I was surprised at how many people were in the theater because we went and watched it at 12, noon.
Yeah.
On a Friday.
We also got there before the lights, before the screen even turned on. So all the lights were up, screen was off.
Yeah.
And there wasn't that many people in there. And then I feel at one point I just kind of turned around and the theater was packed.
Yeah, a lot of people came during the previews.
People showed up 40 minutes late.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we were sitting in that theater for close to an hour before the movie started. It was like 40 minutes. But out of all the trailers we saw, The Odyssey was definitely...
the teaser for the Odyssey, that was cool. John Bernthal's definitely going to be so good in that movie. I can't wait to see. And then Tom Holland, I could tell it's going to be an emotional ride for him.
I feel like he cries in every movie.
I don't think he cried in the first two Spider-Man. He cried in...
He cried in the first two.
Really?
Remember in the first one he was crying when he was pushing the building off of him?
Oh, yeah.
And then in the second one, he was crying when like Mysterio when he was talking to Happy and he was like, "Are you real?" and just broke down.
Yep, that is true. That is true. Well, he didn't cry in Civil War.
He probably cried after Iron Man was like, "Go home."
Probably, yeah.
But I could tell from when the movie started. They obviously changed a lot of stuff from the trailers.
Mm-hmm.
Like touched up the color grading and stuff. One thing I really liked about the color grading is that was people's hair, which sounds weird, but like Superman, his hair had like a blue hue to it, like in comics,
like a comic book,
and every character had that for themselves. Like Lois had like a brownish type, and then Jimmy Olsen had more of like a lighter tan brown.
It's called
maybe
dirty
like
blonde.
Yeah,
like
or like a
dirty
reddish.
blonde. Yeah. There was some red in there.
And like Mr. Terrific, it kind of looked like a little more silvery, a little more white. But I thought that was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
The suit obviously was touched up a little bit more in post.
Yeah, because even in the trailer, like, it had that blue tint to it, but that was gone. It wasn't there anymore. So that was very noticeable in the entire movie. Obviously, there's no hair differences with Lex Luthor.
Yeah,
He had
his
no
was
hair.
just shiny.
Yeah, but I am glad they made him just straight up bald.
I don't like the stubble head or the long hair.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Yeah.
Or Gene Hackman's hair. His was also weird.
His was funky. Definitely one of my top Lex Luthors. And that could be recency bias. Maybe we can revisit this in a year or whenever the movie comes out. Probably on Max. We can watch it again and see if we still feel the same. Because I feel like you'll be able to tell once you watch it in your own home how the movie actually holds up. Because the theater experience is the theater experience. But if it works at home too, then it's a good movie. So we can revisit that then. But as of right now, top 2 Lex Luthors that we've seen.
I know your number one is Michael Rosenbaum.
Yes. He was in the movie.
And I think Kevin Spacey's a pretty underrated Lex Luthor pick.
Yeah, because he's just a villain.
But he was still pretty good.
He was pretty good.
As a Lex Luthor.
Yeah. He's definitely 3. And, I mean, Gene Hackman, back in the 70s, it was just very... more campy than this Superman was.
I think Gene Hackman was least best Lex.
He had his moments.
Actually, no, I take it back. The my least favorite was the guy from 2.5 Men.
John Cryer. Is it John Cryer?
Yeah.
Is his name John Cryer?
Yeah. In CW.
Yeah.
Didn't like
that. Was bad. Superman and Lois's Lex Luthor was the guy that played. He was in Walking Dead. The orange hair.
Oh, wasn't it Aaron?
Yeah, something like that. He was good. I liked his. He was very burly in that show.
I forgot. Titans had a Lex, and he was pretty bad.
Did they?
Yeah. His was weird. It was in the last season that just came out.
Oh, I didn't watch that. I watched the first half, but I didn't. I think it was in the second half, and I didn't see that.
He dies in spoiler, he dies in like the second episode or the first
Oh.
episode. But he has like
maybe
a huge beard. He kind of looked like Kratos for some reason.
Yeah. Well, so did Superman and Lois. He had a huge beard, and then he had hair, like big, very thick, burly hair, and then eventually shaved it off. But his was really good. His was more of like a biker type. Like, he was smart, but also like that wasn't at the forefront of it. It was more of the obsessiveness, which I think Nicholas Holt's Lex Luthor was very smart, which was definitely at the forefront of the movie, but also obsessive, and I think he nailed that perfectly.
And he was really like stoic.
Yes, yeah,
He had his
very
stoic
calm.
moments.
Yeah.
David Cornsweet did really good.
Yes,
He, I think, captured like perfectly the all-star Superman.
yes, yeah,
I think that was really well done on like everyone's part that was involved.
yeah, yeah. And then like the whole movie had like its comedic moments, but nothing felt forced.
Yeah.
And nothing like it wasn't bunched up together. It was nice little comedic moments throughout the entire movie from start to finish.
And every character actually had like their own comedy sense.
Yeah,
Like they had their own jokes. Like it wasn't just for example, I don't know why I'm immediately thinking of Grown Ups. How everyone's just kind of saying the exact same type of jokes, which makes sense because I mean it doesn't. It's an Adam Sandler movie. It's just fun.
Yeah.
But like everyone had their own distinct type of humor,
yeah,
and it just kind of blended.
yeah.
I do think David Cornsweet's Clark Kent is my favorite live action.
Really? Okay.
I think that might be a bit of a hot take. I do think Christopher Reeve, like, it's kind of, I don't think I could choose between Christopher Reeve and David Cornsweet or, like, any Superman against Christopher Reeve.
Yeah.
Because to me, that, like, if I think Superman, like, I think of Christopher Reeve. Like, faster than a speeding bullet, you'll believe a man can fly. Like, that's Superman to me.
Yeah. I think my Clark Kent is Tom Welling, but that's
David Cornsweet's favorite Superman.
yes. And I know it's different because we see Clark Kent as a teenager and then up through like his early years, and he didn't have that. We didn't really see in Smallville like the goofy kind of
stumbly,
yeah,
bumbly Clark Kent.
the disguise. We didn't really see the disguise, but Tom Welling did an amazing job as being Clark Kent, and it was nice to see like that version of like growing up Clark Kent. Tyler Hoechlin did a good job as Clark Kent as well, because he was very goofy and bubbly and just a dork, essentially. But he also had like his serious moments of being like the father and stuff like that, which was really cool. Because I watched most of the Superman projects before we watched this movie. I watched all of the Superman movies, Christopher Reeve Superman movies, Superman Returns. We watched Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, Justice League.
The Snyder Cut.
The Snyder Cut, yes.
Not Justice League.
I did watch a couple important episodes of Justice League and Justice League Unlimited.
Did you watch any of the Superman animated series?
Yes, I watched bits and pieces of it. I didn't really care. I didn't really watch the filler episodes, but all the important episodes to that show, and then I watched Superman and Lois for the first time, and Smallville, just so that I could have a good perception of how good David Cornsweet would do compared to the others. And I'm not like a person that likes to say, oh, this person did better than this person. I think each person like is different in their own way, and that's fine. Like everybody hates on Jared Leto's Joker.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it.
I didn't either.
It's an interesting take, and it was fine. I'm not gonna say like obviously.
I didn't like it, but really didn't mind. I was like, okay, this is this version of the Joker, and I feel like we didn't see enough of it to like really have an opinion.
Yeah, if they ever release the Ayer cut, maybe we can have a different discussion because he apparently is in it quite a bit more than what was shown. But
I don't know if I want to watch that movie again though. What are we?
No.
Some type of Suicide Squad?
yeah, I didn't care for that. I mean, even the next Suicide Squad, I didn't really care for.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was good, but I didn't really like. I wasn't into it.
I do think, can't really tell, but I don't want to say James Gunn didn't put effort into it, but I'm sure he was probably like, this thing's getting rebooted anyway.
Yeah, but it's still canon. Most of it.
I know, yeah, like most of it's canon. Same with Peacemaker, most of it's canon.
Yeah, yeah.
But I do think I'll say worst Clark Kent was Henry Cavill. I think he was good Superman, good at blending Clark and Superman-ish. But like his Clark Kent at the Daily Planet was just Superman with glasses on. And we saw it for maybe like 5 scenes.
There wasn't
total.
much. There wasn't much to
Like ever. Just 5 scenes of him his hair is the same. He holds himself up the same.
Yeah.
He's literally just Superman, but he has a suit and glasses.
Right. Yeah. We didn't really.
I do
see
think Brendan
much.
Routh is kind of like that ish, but he's a little more bumbly.
Yeah.
Clark.
Yeah, and even that one we didn't really see too much of his Clark Kent either. So it's kind of, and I was expecting more Clark Kent in this Superman movie.
I was too,
but we didn't really see as much as I thought we would, which is fine, I guess. Maybe we can see more of him later on. But I do like how this is not an origin story. I am so sick of origin stories.
I did think it was going to be an origin story going into it, because of the trailer. Because like in the trailer you see like him talking to Pa Kent, and then like I think there's other moments that kind of tease that it was an origin ish.
Yeah, or at least flashbacks.
Yeah, and I just completely tried to ignore as much as possible from the movie. It was really hard.
Yeah.
I was like, I just want to watch the trailer. And then, yeah, I was a little surprised by that, but I was happy that it wasn't an origin, because,
Yeah.
like James Gunn said, he's like, we know Peter was bitten by a spider. We don't need to see that.
We don't need to see Pearls in Crime Alley.
Yeah.
And we don't need to see Clark leaving Krypton.
I liked how...
Which is fine.
They did it in BVS, when it's literally just the introduction, just shows, like, with the text on screen, just, like, the pearls dropping.
Yeah.
Like, that
was a pretty quick one.
That's all you really need for the introduction.
Yeah, most of these origin stories nowadays take 30, 40 minutes to get through, which I feel like at
Man
this
of
point...
Steel, you don't see him put on the suit till, like, minute 50.
Yeah, which, like, that's... For people that know the character, which I feel like most people know the character now, that's 40, 50 minutes that you can use...
Like what they did
for something else. Which, like, I would want more. Like, I don't want to keep seeing the same thing, because I feel like I'm watching the same thing, even though it's a different take on it. But, yeah, I'm glad this was not an origin story. So I'd say overall, it's a great movie. Go watch it. I'm ready to get into spoilers. Yeah, me too.
There's so much.
Yeah, there's so much I want to talk about.
From this point on, there will be spoilers.
Yeah.
So proceed with caution if you haven't seen it.
Yeah. Or you can go back and go stop this, go watch the movie, and then resume this episode.
I'd say let's try to go in order of the movie.
Yeah.
So
do you wanna do your ranking first?
Yeah, I gave Superman a 3.5. I tried to go into this movie critically, but the second it showed the text that was like 3 centuries ago, 3 decades ago, 3 hours ago, 3 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna enjoy this movie. I mean, I was no matter what, but I was like, I don't want to criticize this movie for anything because it's Superman.
Yeah. 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 That was. I felt the same way. And I did like that opening text. That was cool. I gave it a 4.
I think enjoyment wise, easy 4, 4.5.
Yeah.
But trying to be a blend, because my letterbox, I try to be critical, but this I just couldn't, so try to blend it.
Yeah.
So 3.5.
I mean, maybe when we go watch it again,
it will probably go to a 4 after we watch it again. I literally woke up this morning like I want to spend a day at the theater just watching Superman.
Yeah, and that's because we're Elizabeth and I are watching Dexter right now.
The new one?
No, we're starting because she's never watched Dexter.
Oh,
so
we watched the new one the other day.
Is it good?
Yeah, I liked it.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, I do think so far it's better than New Blood.
Okay.
But I know where they're going. I don't know how that's gonna be, but like I just like Dexter.
Okay. Yeah, because I haven't watched it really. I've watched a couple episodes of New Blood.
I like New Blood. I don't know why people hate it so much.
Yeah, but I haven't watched
he's
anything
not killing
else.
5 people every 2 minutes.
Yeah, I haven't watched Original Sin.
I didn't like that. I couldn't finish
Resurrection. So, we're gonna watch all of Dexter and then go into the new stuff. But while we're watching that, we have ads. So it's the Superman trailer constantly.
It's on Netflix.
And everything. Yeah, yeah, and even the Roku home screen was Superman. So every time I see something like that, I'm like, I need to go watch it again. So I really, really enjoyed it.
When is Mikey coming to?
I don't know. I was gonna text him today and see if he wants to come down next weekend to go watch it.
I might go watch it on Tuesday because discount Tuesdays.
Oh, okay.
I might just go watch it again.
Yeah.
But they did like kind of pay homage to the Christopher Reeve and I guess the Brendan Routh one, with the text that shows up when it says like a film from James Gunn. It does the blue text in space.
Yeah.
That was cool. Like that a lot. And then, to my surprise, Bradley Cooper is Jor-El.
Yeah, that was a huge surprise.
I feel like they did that because, Bradley Cooper, I feel like a lot of people forget this, is Rocket Raccoon.
Yes.
And so him and James Gunn are
actually, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
But I think it also is another like nod to the Christopher Reeve one because Marlon Brando plays Jor-El and he has maybe 3 minutes of screen time. Which, that was cool. But, it's really cool that he did it again. I couldn't really tell, but I think they might have had some sort of reflective clothing like they did in the Christopher Reeve one. When, like Superman lands in his ship, he has the, like, reflective S.
Yeah.
They're all wearing, like, reflective tape, which is exactly how they did the lightsabers. That was cool. Superman bots. Those were cool.
Yeah, those were entertaining. I like those a lot. I also liked how they gave Krypton its own language, and it wasn't just automatically in English.
I didn't like how the language sounded in Man of Steel. It was like... sounded like Huttonese.
Yeah, yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, that was weird. But this one was, like, I was surprised. I was like, ooh, nice. Different language. That's cool. And I'm glad they at least translated it.
Yeah.
Because, we still want to know what they say, even though it's in a different language. But that was a nice touch. And the Fortress of Solitude looked...
amazing.
Yeah. And I like how it wasn't just a huge crystal castle, just automatically always there. It recedes into the ice.
I also like how it wasn't like symmetrical, because like the Fortress of Solitude always looks like a structure that like does this, and it's like always symmetric. I like how this one looked kind of like when it started spinning, to me it just kind of looked like a throne. That was cool.
And it turns. It turns for the sun. And a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people online that saw the when they were when he's getting hit with the sun and it's like he's in pain. Everybody's like, well, that doesn't make sense. Like, why is the sun hurting him? It's not. He's
Like in the the sound design was really good for like him healing, but like and that makes sense why he was in pain because if you watch any X-Men movie, Wolverine is like in pain a lot of times when he's healing. Like every time he's been shot in the face, he like grunts.
Yeah. And even like the claws coming out and retracting.
Or Deadpool mentioning in Deadpool 2, like he's got growing pains.
Yeah.
From his legs growing back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that makes sense.
So it was nice for them to have that detail in there. It wasn't just like he's just laying there and then the sun just heals everything that he has going on with him. And they explained that like each injury that he had right beforehand.
Fractured ribs.
Something with his kidney, I think.
Yeah. He had like 2 or 3 ruptured organs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. So it was cool. And then he falls over, but then immediately he's like trying to get back to the fight. And he's fighting the Hammer of Barovia.
Bavaria?
Barovia.
Yep.
I think so. Barovia.
Which is just Ultraman.
Yeah.
And then we see Lex Luthor for the first time. Played by Nicholas Hoult. He's done like a good
Before he left the fortress, though, we saw Crypto.
Yeah, we saw Crypto basically right when we saw Superman for the first time.
Yeah.
And Crypto is like his design is inspired by James Gunn's dog in real life.
I was not thrilled about that.
Why?
I don't know, because I always picture Crypto being a kind of like a lab type of dog. So
I feel like
having it be a small dog like that, it really it made me think that Crypto is not going to be a good dog. But after watching it, I was very pleased with how they did Crypto.
I liked it because I'd rather them model it after something, like especially because James Gunn's going to want to put a lot of care into something that's modeled after his own dog.
Yeah.
So I feel like it just gave it more of a personality rather than just being like a generic lab or generic whatever they were going to do.
Yeah. Yeah. And the trailer, like you said earlier, doesn't give it justice because it's the trailer makes you think that the movie's going to be crowded, and it wasn't.
The trailer doesn't actually like show anything about the plot.
Yeah, no, not at all. And most of the stuff
I've gone back and watched the trailer.
Most of the stuff in the trailer is from the first 30, 40 minutes of the movie. So, which is nice because now you don't know what's going on the rest of the movie.
I was a little disappointed that they did show so much of Clark Kent. Because basically all you see in the trailer is what you see on screen for Clark.
Yeah.
So that was a little... Because I thought there was going to be a lot of Clark. I was like, oh, they're showing this much?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I loved how the Daily Planet looked and felt. It was cool. Like, I really liked how it felt, like, kind of small, but it had really tall ceilings.
Yeah.
I guess that can describe their characters.
Yeah. It kind of was reminding me of Smallville, which I think James Gunn did say that, like, a lot of what he took inspiration from was Smallville, which was nice. Because that like the Daily Planet did remind me of Smallville's Daily Planet, and I think Metropolis looked really, really good. Because when he goes back to fight the Hammer, like again he gets beat up again and loses. So Superman loses a lot in this movie, but it's fine because he's only been doing it for 3 years.
I mean, it makes sense because Ultraman is being controlled by Lex, and Lex had like this huge laundry list of moves, and it was like he was playing chess.
Yeah, yeah. Everything that he was saying was, I'm pretty sure, chess moves. So, which is a nice addition to show how smart Lex Luthor is. because people that play chess like that are, a lot of people see them as being intelligent. So him just yelling out chess moves to fight Superman, it's like, I'm beating you at this, and you are not going to win. And it kind of gives you the sense that Superman is going to lose this entire movie.
I do think that Superman was just kind of like having fun.
Yeah.
Because towards the end of the movie, when he's fighting Ultraman and the engineer, he's like flying up and he's being suffocated, and they're just wailing on him, and he's not moving.
Yeah.
Which makes me think that he was just kind of like, he's just having fun.
Yeah. Yeah. So after he fights the hammer, loses.
Also, there is a shot right after that where we see Ultraman's suit is slightly blue.
Yes.
Not blue, purple. Make me wonder if that's supposed to be something about Bizarro.
I think that's what's going to happen. That's what it was kind of feeling like
If he goes
towards
through the
end.
black hole and then...
Yeah. But I was surprised to see that he goes through the portal and then comes out into Luthor, and it's just Ultraman, which was nice because that's not the hammer was not just wasn't an additional villain.
Yeah, he was just what they were doing to what Lex explains it at the end of the movie, creating that like war.
Yeah.
Just to have an excuse to kill Superman.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Yeah. And then I think at that point we kind of go into the Clark Kent.
Yeah.
And
then we see like Jimmy Olsen, Perry White.
Yeah, they go to the Daily Planet, and it's his Clark Kent really was nice. I feel like his voice deepened with Clark Kent compared to Superman, which was a nice touch. David Cornsweet has a really deep voice.
Yeah, he has like a really like piercing, like powerful voice. Also, I do think that this is the first Superman. Actually, no. I guess Chris Reeves kind of did it, but like in All-Star Superman, there is like a panel that shows the difference between Clark Kent and Superman, and like Superman's like tall, his chest is out, and then Clark has his like shoulders forward, chin down, and he wears a really big suit. And in this movie, he is wearing a really big suit.
I think it's a good starter suit.
I liked his hair. I know a lot of people are hating on that. I like that. How his hair was like all just messy and like a mop.
Yeah, because I mean, not just like putting on glasses, but like his hair being completely different than what Superman's is a nice touch to hide his disguise.
This is also the first one we never saw the chest opening with the suit, or we saw like a legit transformation, like a suit up.
Yeah, that is true.
Which I think that would have been cool if you got into it. They're not really a thing anymore, but like a telephone booth or like a revolving door.
Yeah. Which, when he was heading into the Daily Planet...
It is a revolving door?
It is a revolving door. And it was almost like Clark Kent gave that little look to the screen. It's like, here's a little callback. And then he just kind of keeps going. The guy who played Perry White did a really good job. I like that guy a lot.
Yeah.
And I think he plays a good boss. And then Lois Lane was portrayed very well. Did you notice that Clark Kent is the only one having interviews with Superman, whereas every other iteration, Lois is the one that does it. That was interesting. I think it worked out better that way.
Yeah, makes sense. It made sense for his version. But then immediately after this, we see Clark and Lois have established their relationship.
Yeah.
And
they've been dating for 3 months, or seeing each other for 3 months. And she already knows his secret.
And then we see later that she's like, where Guy Gardner's like, so you do know that Superman is Clark Kent? And she's like, he told y'all? And he's like,
why does he trust everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, he doesn't. He just trusts us.
Yeah.
That the scene when they're at her place and he's like, yeah, you can interview me, and then it just gets really heated because they show that in the trailer.
Yeah.
And he changes. You could clearly see that he changes from Clark Kent to Superman for this interview by leaning forward and then Miss Lane.
Yeah.
Which was, I like when they do that instead of it just being like the same person. Like it needs to be a different person. And something I was excited when I saw the trailer, and it held up in the movie, and he gets really, really heated, and he's like, people were going to die. Like the way he says that is so powerful, and I just really like that a lot.
Yeah, then they took like a moment of silence for a second, like they took a beat. That was cool.
Yeah.
The Daily Planet kind of reminded me of the campaign office from Taxi Driver. Don't know why, but it did. I do like the like versions where we see the Daily Planet is like Wall Street.
Yeah.
Like in the Christopher Reeves one. I just didn't like how like it did just feel like an office. It was kind of boring. For
In
Daily
the
Planet.
Superman movie?
In the Christopher Reeves
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Like it just feels like a boring office, but I like the crowded Wall Street type of
Yeah,
Daily
like the
Planet.
bullpen.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. It makes it feel like I think it kind of shows the importance if it's like crowded like that.
Yeah.
Just shows the importance of how the Daily Planet is to the rest of the metropolis and beyond. I think Lois Lane was very headstrong, which is something that
Not a lot of.
I mean, I guess
Lois's get
and she kind of reminded me of like the
Justice League or the Superman animated series.
Yeah.
Lois.
Yeah, she is very like pushy and just very like, I'm gonna get what I need, whether you like it or not, because that's pretty much what she did with Superman in that first interview. It was like she kind of put that aside, like her relationship aside, and was like, you are somebody that I don't know, but so I'm gonna treat you like everybody else. And it wasn't just, let me just give you a little bit of an interview, but also treat you nice. So I like that a lot. And I guess, where do we go from here?
It's I don't remember what happens immediately after that. I guess we can go into the individual characters that we saw.
Yeah.
So I think right after that we do see the Justice Gang for the first time.
Yeah.
soon
I think
after.
I think where we go after that is Lex talking to that group of people.
Yeah.
To
With
get
Rick
his,
Flag Sr.
Yeah.
Oh, and then we do see, or we can just go into, you want to go into cameos that we saw?
Yeah.
We saw Peacemaker.
Peacemaker, that was a nice touch.
That was a funny cameo.
Because that'll help set up for Peacemaker season 2.
Was confused that he is wearing his suit from Suicide Squad because the one that he wears to Suicide Squad is the same as Peacemaker show, but the Peacemaker show, the most of the time he wears the teal
Yeah.
torpedo helmet,
Yeah.
or no, the Sonic Blast helmet.
Yeah.
And then, but this one is just his full chrome dome. But he's not wearing the suit that he's going to be wearing in Peacemaker season 2.
No.
Which has like the long sleeves.
Yeah.
Then, which I feel like a lot of people know this, but not that many. Will Reeve.
Yeah, Will Reeve.
Christopher Reeve's son plays a reporter. That was really cool. I'm sure that was a really big moment for him. And that was...
Yeah, it was a nice... I think it was like a respect thing to Christopher Reeve, which is nice. I like when they pay respects to other influential characters like that. And then at the end we see Supergirl.
Yeah, we see Supergirl
That was
at the end.
so surprising.
That was the last, probably like the last thing that I expected to see.
Yeah.
I expected Batman more than Supergirl.
Oh, I didn't. I did not expect Batman at all.
I thought, because
It would have been nice to have Batman.
there
in
is a, kind of happy they didn't do it, because it kind of made it seem less, because like superhero movies now, like every single one of them is like this, and then boom, another character.
Yeah.
Like this is Superman. It's just Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Like we were talking about it right after the movie. Like I thought it would have been an interesting thought that Superman, like one of the post-credit scenes would be, like you just see like a silhouette of a guy watching the TV, like the news with Superman on it, like being arrested or whatever, and it's like a dark room. You don't really see what happens, and then he goes to turn it off, and it's like the bat computer is just idle, and it's like the bat symbol.
Yeah.
But kind of happy that they didn't do that. I like how the post-credit scenes were kind of like Thunderbolts, the Wheaties
Yeah.
post-credit scene. Actually, no, it was closer to that combined with Sinner's second post-credit scene.
Mm.
You haven't seen Sinners yet?
No.
But like the second post-credit scene is literally just one of the characters strumming a guitar.
Yeah.
That's it. And Superman, the first one, is just him and Crypto sitting on the moon, looking at the Earth.
Yeah, I think the post-credit scenes were kind of a waste. Don't make me sit through an entire credit sequence, especially when I'm in a theater, because I always have to pee. I've had to pee halfway through the movie.
I like to watch all the credits in the theater.
This one wasn't bad because I kind of looked at all the.
I did see that there was a special thanks to Jim Lee in the credits.
Who's Jim Lee?
The comic artist.
Okay.
I'll show you later.
Yeah.
But it was. What else do we have? Was there any other cameos?
I think that was it. I think that was the main one. There's other like small little Easter eggs, but I think for the most part that was all the cameos. I was expecting them to do something like when the city is ripping in half, and there's that shot of the people on the roof because it's getting to that next city. There's that shot of the roof and two little extras have dialogue. I thought those were gonna be. I was expecting them to be like people that have played in Superman movies or projects, but they weren't. So that was interesting, because I expected it to be callbacks to other characters, but that's fine. Did you notice when Mr. Terrific is in the void? Is it the void? Did they call it the void?
No, that was Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
The Pocket Universe.
Pocket Universe.
Pocket Dimension.
Yeah. And he's using his T-spheres. His eyes turn white.
Go white. That looked
really
amazing.
Cool. Yeah, that looked
really
so good. And I was very pleased to see that because they made him look like he is in the animated stuff as well as the comics. So that was nice. His T-spheres are really cool. His dynamic between Mr. Terrific and Crypto is so hilarious. Because Crypto is a bad dog.
Yeah, and he's Superman. Like eating all of his T-spheres.
Yeah. He is a bad dog throughout the entire movie. But reminded me a lot of my dog Thor that I had. Because that's exactly how Thor was. He would not listen and just constantly just being obnoxious. And even he did say, Lois asked, he's like, you have a dog? And he's like, it's more of like a foster situation. It didn't click with me until the end.
Yeah. Because I was really confused what was happening at first. I was like, is Supergirl going to be in this?
Yeah, I always forget that Crypto's actually Supergirl's dog. So that was, it didn't click with me until the end when we saw Supergirl. But we saw Supergirl's suit,
Yeah, her
which is
suit
a little underwhelming. It's the same as,
I liked her suit.
I did
a
too.
lot.
I like it a lot. And, but it was underwhelming because, like, what else would I have expected? Like, they would have had the same logo.
Yeah.
So it was.
I do think because people were kind of complaining about like Hawk Girl, Guy Gardner, and Mr. Terrific's suits.
I didn't care for Guy Gardner's suit. I thought it was too bulky for him.
I just think it's weird for like live action Green Lantern to be wearing like a jacket because his suit is a construct. So I find it weird that their constructs look like Guy Gardner's look like shattered glass.
Yeah.
That's like how his look.
I didn't think his constructs looked like shattered glass though.
They're like cracky. They look a little cracky.
Okay, yeah.
But I never thought it made sense that if the constructs look like that, why the suit looks like a leather jacket. Like I feel like
Well, maybe they're not doing the suits to
that's
be
why
constructs.
I don't think that his suit is one. That's why I do. This is really probably a crazy take. I like the suits from the Green Lantern movie. I like them.
Yeah, that's.
I don't like the mask.
I don't.
I like the suit.
I don't. Yeah, the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern movie. I hated the suits, and I think I didn't like them because you could, like, obviously they're CGI, but it's painfully obvious that they're CGI. Maybe if they were done a little bit better, it would be fine.
Well, my issue with suits like that, for example, the Tom Holland suits, is that because the suit is CG, every movement that like Tom Holland's doing stunts, like a fight scene or whatever, the whole thing looks CG because the suit is CG. So it's kind of like doing a discredit to the stunt coordinators, the costume design people, because everyone's just like, oh, that's CG. There wasn't a group of people that spent weeks working on that. And I thought, like, the suits for this movie, I liked them all. I thought they were really cool. I think the costume department did amazing. Same with the props department. And all the set design, amazing.
There was only one shot when they're on the beach and Superman's handcuffed and he's walking. The trunks look weird.
I thought his torso looked weird.
Yeah, it did. I was more like the trunks just really looked funky to me.
I thought it made his waist look really wide.
Yeah.
But I don't really care.
Yeah, but I mean, James Gunn has said that like people are going to get new suits throughout the thing.
Yeah.
So like it's a good first suit. I mean, he's only been doing it for 3 years, so maybe that's the suit that he's had the entire time. I think you said it. It would have been nice to see, like when he has the kryptonite poisoning, and he goes to the Kent farm. He would have gotten, like his mom would have made him a new suit.
Because in a lot of versions of Superman, his suit is the one that Ma Kent makes.
Yeah.
Or like his first suit is. So I thought that'd be interesting if like
he wore his, like, maybe that it would have been his first suit. She like pulled it out of the closet or whatever and gave it to him to use.
So you did not like Ma and Pa Kent?
No, not at all.
I liked them because I do think that they feel the most. I think they are the most like realistic superhero parents that we've ever seen in a movie. Like they are just people. They're just farmers, which that's what Ma and Pa Kent are. But I didn't like how Pa Kent. They tried to make him seem handy, but all he's doing is like holding a light fixture, and he's just screwing one screw. Like I thought it would have been a lot cooler if, like they were sitting in the barn or something like that, and he's working on like an engine block on like one of his tractors or something.
Yeah.
Or
so here's my issue with the Kents. They don't look like people that can run a farm. And I know that's insensitive and rude to say, but I think based off of like the best Jonathan Kent is the one from Smallville. Like that's a man's man, you know.
What about
And
Kevin Costner?
no, that part right there ruined it.
Yeah.
Like Kevin Costner can play a really good dad and can have those moments of very good advice and stuff like that. But like that scene, like
Where he has his hand out and he's like, "I'm just let me
like
die."
it's a tornado. Like come on.
Clark could have totally just really quickly got him out when no one would have noticed.
Yeah. So that kind of ruined that part for me. But the like Jonathan Kent in this Superman movie didn't feel like the type that could guide Clark into making the right decisions. Like the entire movie was based off of like what he does is based off of the first half of the message that he gets from his real parents. So it makes it seem like he didn't really get much from the Kents.
I do think that his personality, you can definitely tell.
Oh yeah, that comes from his mother.
That his personality, like, really did come from the Kents.
Yeah, their accent was a bit much for
little
me.
much for like Kansas folk.
Yes, and I can say that because I grew up in Kansas. So
I can say that because he grew up in Kansas.
yeah, so yes, there were people that I encountered growing up that had thick accents like that, but most of them weren't really from Kansas. They were from like Oklahoma or Arkansas or things like that, which that's what immediately when Martha Kent is talking, I thought she was from Oklahoma, not Kansas.
I did think that because they don't actually like say Smallville,
No.
but there is like a Smallville sign.
Yeah, there's a Smallville Giants
Yeah.
poster thing.
And there is a Gotham City sign also.
There is a Gotham City sign. But I think I was just so... I think that's probably my biggest gripe about the portrayal of a character is the Kents. And as somebody that grew up in Kansas, I like... Even though I'm not a huge fan of Kansas and stuff like that, just because I grew up there in a small town, like it's nice to see it represented. But James Gunn has said that he used where he grew up as inspiration for Smallville or for the farm. There's like a Missouri farmhouse, which I think in Kansas farmhouses are fine too. It's fine. I mean, I'm always just gonna keep going back to Smallville because we saw that's the most of the Kent farm that we saw was like that big red barn and like the smaller house.
Like to me, the like Kent farm is like a small house, big red barn, and a giant silo.
Yeah.
And like a little windmill thing, like on the roof, like because of Superman Returns.
Yeah. It would have been nice to have like as Lois is taking Clark to his house, them passing a water tower.
Yeah.
That says Smallville, which would have been cool. But yeah, I didn't care for the portrayals of the Kents. Also, probably the first that we've seen Jonathan is still alive.
Yeah.
Where most iterations he dies of a heart attack.
Yeah.
Or
in a tornado.
Yeah, or in a tornado, which we can cut that one out. But most of the time he dies of a heart attack when Clark is a teenager, which is one of which I think I like that better because that's kind of what pushes Clark to kind of go and explore and do what he needs to do. I didn't really like how his whole existence for being Superman is just based off of his Kryptonian parents, off of a message that was damaged, and we don't see.
I do think that his parent, like the Kents, like did show him humanity.
Yes, Yeah.
Because I'm assuming Clark probably did not see that message until he went to the Fortress of Solitude. So I'm assuming the entire time prior of him becoming good was because of the Kents. Because
Yeah.
of like their humanity
Yeah.
and like hospitality.
Yeah, it's nice. You could definitely tell that, like Clark gets a lot of his quirkiness from his parents, and the will to be good, and stuff like that from his the Kents and stuff. So, I mean, I guess maybe it's more so like how mainly like how Clark is gets it from that the Kents, and then like the true message he gets from the Kryptonian parents, but he knows how to do that from the Kents. So, I mean, yeah.
I do think so. So we go into a little bit of the writing. I thought the writing was really good. Everyone was very distinct. The only line or scene that I really had an issue with is the final like showdown between Lex and Clark, or Lex and Superman, and he says, he's like, "That's what you got wrong about me. I'm a human." I thought that little monologue thing was a little cringy,
Okay.
but it makes sense.
Yeah.
For Superman. Because I feel like it just kind of added to his charm, but I was like, okay, this is a little cringy.
Yeah,
But
it was.
You could definitely
It was
tell
a
a
little
lot of
weird.
passion and heart went into the writing.
Yeah.
And James Gunn was really consistent with his movies. I was kind of just scrolling back to see how far I could go on like his Superman stuff on his Instagram. 2 years ago, posted a picture because I feel like a lot of people forgot this movie was supposed to be called Superman Legacy.
Yeah.
And it was like Superman Legacy will be out in 2 years, and 2 years today, and it was posted on July 11th. And I feel like out of his Guardians movies and stuff like that, his release dates were like always consistent.
Yeah. Fun fact, they started filming February 29th, which is Superman's comic book birthday. That's cool. Maybe he did that on purpose. I'm assuming he did. Like, I was not thrilled when James Gunn took over
Really?
at all. No, and I think a lot of it had to do with like I didn't think it was fair to I think it's the way they decided to end the Snyderverse and completely scrap all of that to start over before he even really got up and running. I get it. A lot of the Snyderverse movies weren't that great, but I thought I didn't like that, which made me not really care for James Gunn taking over, and I was very skeptical when he was like, "Here's what I plan on doing," and was not thrilled about Superman at all. I didn't think it was going to do well when they first announced it. And then when they first announced David Cornsweet for Superman, I was like, not a fan, but it's whatever. But then as we got closer to it, I was like, okay, I can get behind this, and I can get behind James Gunn, and let's just see where it takes us. I know a lot of people are like, I wouldn't say a lot of people. Some people are still on the restore the Snyderverse thing, which at this point, we don't need it. We don't. It would be nice if instead of restoring the Snyderverse, let him
write.
If they let James or Zack Snyder let him write some stuff for James Gunn's universe, that'd be fine too. Or even since we have the Elseworlds stuff that he's doing, like with Batman, I think you could let him maybe do the next two Justice League movies. But we don't need to restore the entire Snyderverse and have him be back in charge and doing that.
I don't think that he should be like really a part of it. But interesting enough, that would be kind of funny because there's a movie called Dawn of the Dead, released in 2004, I think, directed by Zack Snyder. I was just watching it the other day. Credits are coming up, and I see written by James Gunn. I was like, no way, is this the same one? didn't realize that James Gunn and Zack Snyder had worked on a movie before together.
Okay.
And so I think that would be kind of funny if it was flipped and now James Gunn was directing and Zack Snyder was writing it. But,
Yeah. Like maybe if James Gunn does a darker movie, maybe you could have Zack Snyder.
Zack Snyder could definitely be a writer for Clayface because Clayface is a body horror, darker, grittier.
Yeah. But I don't think it's necessary. I don't think we need to rehash the Snyderverse anymore. I think now that Superman is out and we watched it, I am confident to say that we are in good hands.
Yeah.
As long as James Gunn doesn't rush into anything.
I don't think it will.
Hopefully not. It took
Superman took 2
years,
2.5 years.
And even with the Batman Part 2.
Yeah.
Where we just finished the script. And
I definitely think that they finished the script a while ago.
They probably
I think that they're
did.
probably a good way into pre-production.
It makes sense because I think
I wouldn't announce
having
anything
them wait till Superman is done and days of releasing makes a lot of sense because that keeps the eyes on Superman, whereas if you would have released it earlier, eyes would be on Batman and not Superman. And I think the Elseworld stuff is not necessarily a priority for James Gunn. He wants to do what he needs to do for his stuff, so that's fine. I think I want to talk about a couple of characters, mainly like the Justice Gang.
I thought Hot Girl was a little underutilized.
Yes. But she was
pretty good for
awesome.
what she was in. Yeah.
Even having her have that little hawk cry.
Yeah.
That was a nice touch.
Superman finally having frost breath again.
Yes.
That's like my favorite ability of his. And finally, he uses it a lot. And he uses his heat vision maybe 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. It's not the major tool that he uses.
So happy that they finally we see Henry Cavill, I think, used Frost Breath 2-3 times. The coolest one was when they were going against Steppenwolf.
Yeah.
And he literally just takes the hit and then blows on that axe and then just shatters it.
Yeah. I think all the characters use their powers very well. Mr. Terrific, his smarts, and he was just so stoic.
Smarts.
Yeah, smarts. He was so stoic and just very calm, and he had that
voice.
dry humor.
I forgot that the dude that played him was Darwin in X-Men First Class.
Yeah. It's a nice redo for him.
Yeah.
To be a superhero.
I immediately after I remember that, I thought of Deadpool saying to Henry Cavill, "We'll do better than these people down the street."
Yeah.
And I was like, well, now it's flipped.
Yeah. I think Mr. Terrific is probably my second favorite character of the movie, just because of his dry humor, and he's just very serious all the time. And then the dynamic between him and Crypto, Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner.
Yeah.
I love Nathan Fillion. He does such a good job in everything he does.
I feel like not a lot of people have been talking about this. This is the second time that we were seeing a live action Green Lantern, and the second time that we're seeing live action constructs.
Yeah.
And it was great. It wasn't the biggest issue with the Green Lantern movie. The constructs were made to sell toys.
Yeah.
Like the sword or the Hot Wheels track.
Yeah.
Whoever was in charge of that was not creative. Which is the last person that should do it. But Guy Gardner's middle fingers flipping up.
Yeah, that's not going to be a toy.
No.
No.
The oven mitts.
Yeah, the oven mitts were cool. And then everything else was very simple, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The baseball bat fighting the imp.
That scene was so funny.
That was funny.
They got it. It's okay.
Yeah, that was funny. And then the box over the kid, and then the shielded against the glass so that the outsiders couldn't see inside, which was cool. And then Hot Girl, she was funny, but she could fight, and I think her cry was probably my favorite part of her, because that was a nice touch to. My only thing is I want to know how what her backstory is going to be.
I don't like the whole...
Is she going to be Princess Shayara.
I don't like that.
I don't either.
I don't care to see her die 5,000 times.
Yeah.
And it's like, she's gonna die soon, but then she'll be back.
Yes, I want
I
her to
don't
be
care.
from another planet of
Yeah.
other people like her, because that would be really cool to see. And then their dynamic between the three of them
It was really funny.
was really funny. Metamorpho was really cool.
And Joey.
Yeah, Joey, that
Oh,
was cute.
the garage door was hilarious when
It's just-
Miss Terrific and Lois are sitting there. She's like, "You can build a flying saucer, but not a faster garage door."
Yeah,
Working on it.
yeah. I haven't gotten there yet. That was cool. Yeah, Mr. Terrific was a highlight for me throughout the entire movie. And they weren't at the forefront. They had a couple scenes and stuff like that, but like that, I think that's what helped not make it crowded. Is like they were there when it needed to. They didn't need to be there the entire time.
Like when they were at that like the battle at the end, and Superman was doing his own thing. Like it was showing that like other superheroes do work. Like it's not just like because like in this movie it would be trying to think, like Iron Man 2 did a pretty good job at it. Where like him and Rhodey are fighting Whiplash and what's his name? Hammer? Justin Hammer?
Yeah,
And then like Black Widow is like breaking into the thing.
yeah,
Like showing stuff like that. But like in I don't know, like Captain America Winter Soldier-ish. I don't know, that's not a good example. But like where they always just have like the main character of that movie is doing all the work, but and then another character in a different movie, they're doing all the work, and the other one's just kind of like,
yeah,
like in Spider-Man: Homecoming, that's a better one. It's like he's doing all the work, but and then Iron Man is just kind of like pushed off the side because it's like, oh, he can't do anything because he's busy.
yeah.
But if it was an Iron Man movie, he'd be doing all of it. And
Right,
this one, it was like they're all doing.
They're all doing their part, which is nice. What do you think about Hall of Justice?
That was a shock.
Yeah,
I thought that was cool. I do really like the thought of Superman like recruiting Batman into it. So hopefully that becomes something. I think we should get into because I feel like in every movie it gets like underappreciated, but like all of the crew, like the grips, people that were setting up the sets, like and lighting, like every type of grip, is what makes the movie. Everything that they did was amazing.
everything looked visually pleasing.
It was so much better. It was such a good set design compared to like how the city looked in Deadpool Wolverine.
Yeah, I think a lot of times also they just kind of they pick a city and they use just that city.
Yeah.
Like they don't change anything about the city really, but like obviously you have like they made Luthor Corp,
Yeah,
not just Smallville.
Yeah.
It makes more sense to be Luthor Corp than Lex Corp.
yeah,
But like I liked how it was two towers and then Luthor Corp right there, and it's still like it connecting them that way. That was nice. But yeah, they changed the city a little bit.
they changed it for like not every part of the city that they show looked the same.
Yeah.
Everyone that did the sound design, I feel like sound design is coming back for projects like this. Like really just like feeling like the power of Superman. A lot of that is in the audio, which not a lot of people kind of like really think about, but like a lot of that is the Foley, which is like someone walking, you hear the footsteps. Like all of that work was so well in this.
Yeah, they did a really good
Like
job.
the cape rustling, Crypto walking, like the sound of his like nails and paws in the ground in the Fortress of Solitude. The sound of like him smashing Supergirl's face into the ground when he sees her. Superman's bones healing.
Yeah.
All the like the T-spheres movements. The Proton River.
Yeah, I really liked the sound design.
Flight. That was
Yeah, that was really good. The Heat Vision sounded really cool too.
Yeah.
And it
Very
was kind of
piercing.
subtle,
The
but it was
whistle
piercing. The whistle, yes.
was very piercing and powerful.
And I asked you this, and you didn't really agree with me, but for some reason, and it could have just been because we were in the IMAX theater, but a lot of the big sounds were piercing.
That's IMAX.
Okay, because I was like, holy, this is a little bit high pitched. But
I thought that was so loud when the sunbeams
yes,
went straight into the thing, which, I mean, it was really cool and just great. Great sound design.
yeah. The choreography team, I think did a really good job with the fight scenes.
Especially with Mr. Terrific scene when he just looks at Lois and then puts his hand up.
Yes.
And then just goes over the bubble.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great.
That fight scene with him on the beach and fighting everybody, the choreography on that was so well done. And even Superman fighting Ultraman, it was really well done.
I don't know, but I like the thought of Superman being a wrestler. Him being a not freestyle, but a folk style type of wrestler. And I always think that's just cool because I feel like folk style type of wrestling is where so much it just looks powerful.
Yeah, the suplex.
When he picks him up like this.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he does do a gable grip.
Yeah. Him suplexing Ultraman on the baseball field was cool. It was nice for me being a wrestling fan.
I'm the other type of wrestling fan.
Yeah. Yeah. The real stuff. I think the choreography on all of it was really cool. But speaking of the baseball scenes, it made me think of I don't care for the engineer because I could care less about nanites, nanotech, anything like that. I hate it so much because Iron Man used it so much, and it's used so much nowadays.
Yeah,
as a cop out to.
I think hers wasn't that much of a cop out though.
No, it wasn't. But it was the immediate I think everything looked cool.
It reminded me of her. Big Hero 6, the nanites and that one.
Okay, yeah. But it's just when they said nanites, I was like, it made me cringe. But the one thing that she did, and it was when they were in the fortress,
and
she you know what I'm talking about, where she is turned away, and then there's a robot coming after her, and then she does this weird fucking
where she walks backwards.
And then yeah.
It was like Constantine.
It was
when he fights that moth thing, the bugs.
Yes, yeah. It was unnecessary.
That was
she could have just turned around.
Yeah, it took her a good 5 seconds to do that when she could have just.
Because I think she was bent over and then
Well, she did a handstand.
Yeah, she did a handstand and then her head went up. And then she was facing this way. So unnecessary. And I did not like it at all.
I thought it looked visually cool, but it was a little weird, a little strange.
Her little hand things were really cool.
I did when she's throwing them in the Fortress of Solitude, and it just goes right in front of Lex, and
he's not even paying attention.
Or when Superman crashes out and he goes, "Where's the dog? Where's the dog?" And then Lex just goes and grabs the cup.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna flip my table.
Yeah. That was probably one of my favorite scenes.
Yeah, and he just what dog? The ugly mutt?
And even it was the piercing sound of him just barreling through the door was really cool.
And then the Eve just freaks out, and then Lex is he just kind of acted that was a new door.
Yeah, yeah, that was a cool scene.
Or Lex, the whoever did the sound design for his revolver, that was amazing because hearing the chamber spin.
Yeah,
and then hearing the hammer slam. And it sounded like marble on steel, and it was just so such a cool audio design for a gun. Very interesting.
Yeah, I was not expecting him to kill that guy.
I didn't either, especially after the second.
The second one, yeah.
It was Lahane.
Yes.
When the guy's I still have the bullets. I thought it was gonna be like that.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I was oh, that was fast. Yeah, Superman saving the squirrel, just another cool moment. That was so funny.
Yeah, that kind of showed he can save a cat out of a tree.
Yeah. The sequence editing was great. I love the long oneers, the whole. I was thinking the entire time of the Lois and Mr. Terrific fight scene thing. I was they could have easily made this so much simpler. Just quick cuts, whatever. But the fact that they did a oneer of Lois's reaction to like everything,
Yeah.
so cool, and like just shows how much like effort went into this movie.
Yeah.
And I think it just paid off really well.
Yeah.
It was just amazing.
I've seen a lot of people hate on the heat vision scene when he's spinning.
I like that a lot.
It looked so cool.
I love, so we've developed this joke, like my friends and I that do short films, of a Dutch low angle orbit shot. I'm not going to explain what that is, but it's a really excessive shot. This is a low angle orbit shot, and it was just so cool because it's, it kind of looks like a hubcap, like a spinning hubcap, because the camera is spinning clockwise, but Superman is spinning counterclockwise. And that was just cool. I like that shot a lot.
Yeah.
The sequences, though, like the long, drawn-out stuff, that's, like, my favorite.
Yeah.
Like, Tarantino, Spielberg, they do it a lot. Those long oneers. I think that paid off a lot. It was just great filmmaking.
Yeah. When they capture Superman, he's in his little cage, and Lex is on the little floating platform. The person driving it. What did you think that was?
I have no idea. I think it was terrifying.
It really was. My mind immediately went to White Martian. Because there's also like the DC Universe's version of Oreos.
Yeah.
It was showcased in like a billboard, which is Martian Manhunter's favorite cookie. So I immediately, and I looked online to see if anybody else thought the same thing as me, and haven't seen anything yet. But it's only Sunday and it just came out Friday. So maybe somebody.
A lot of clips from in theaters too. Like,
yeah.
Usually it takes like 2 weeks. I've seen a lot of clips from like a lot of the music that was played.
Yeah.
I can just find the scene. Which I think that's a pretty good way to go into the John Williams score and the soundtrack.
Yeah.
John Williams is one of the best composers. He did Star Wars.
Yeah, he did some Star Wars, yeah.
And obviously the iconic Superman.
The Superman theme, the iconic Superman theme.
And they do it a lot, but not overbearing, like 28 Weeks Later, how they just reuse the 28 theme.
Yeah.
But like
it's nice,
they add their own spin.
Yeah.
And it's just like it felt like it felt like a thank you to everyone else that had played the other 12 live action Superman.
Yeah.
Like it was very like
it was
like celebrating every version that we've seen, every writer, every director, every crew member, everyone. It was like,
and I think they were very strategic on where to put that theme, there wasn't overbearing, and they didn't make it Corn Sweat's Superman theme. Like he had his own little.
It was cool because it didn't play at the moments that he was the most stoic or the most powerful. It played at the moments where he's the most Superman.
Yeah.
And that's...
Yeah.
Like, I feel like James Gunn and everyone a part of this movie really understood the character and what they were doing.
Yeah, they did. I think
I'm gonna raise this to a 4.
I
just love this movie.
I think everybody did a good job doing research.
Yeah.
Like their own research, which is really nice.
And it didn't... To me, I don't know why, but it translated to, like, it didn't feel like work for them.
No.
Like, it just felt like they were, like, very appreciative of having this experience.
Yeah. There was only 5 songs.
Yeah, I know. That was really incredible. I really like the very small soundtrack.
I do too.
Of, like, the song that plays at the end when Robot number 4 is, like... Superman bot number 4 is, like... oh, do you want to play music or like the footage of your parents? And then like looks at Superman bot number 24 or 22 and is like, it soothes him and it's like spinning and it shows Ma and Pa can't.
Yeah, that was
whatever
a nice
that song
touch.
Rock something super.
Yeah, I can't remember what the actual thing was, but
Rocker Boy or something.
Yeah, it was.
But that was just a good moment. Or the fun song. I think it's called Fun Fun
Uh-huh.
or something like that during the Mr. Terrific scene.
Yeah,
All the songs are just great.
I really liked how they kept the soundtrack very small, and I think it worked well for everything in the movie. And I think like the best part for when we're talking about the soundtrack is that end scene when you initially think they're gonna play the beginning half of the his Kryptonian parents, but then it cuts to his adoptive parents, and it's just a nice moment of like the appreciation that he has for
That's
his
where I
parents.
think that his human side like came from. That's why I think like Mom and Pa Kent were a bigger. They like it felt like the role was a lot bigger than what was shown at when they went to the farm
Yeah.
because of like that ending shot. But it was
Yeah, it was nice, and then it just kind of, and then Supergirl kind of ruins it. I'm excited to see what they do with Supergirl.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting
I
her
wasn't
to
really
be
excited
a
for
party or
Supergirl.
drunk.
I wasn't really excited for Supergirl.
No, but it makes sense.
And then when she showed up, I was like, okay, this is cool.
Yeah,
I like what they're doing with their character.
and it also, I think having her and Superman makes sense to have her movie next.
Yeah.
I think hers comes out next year.
It was like kind of reinventing the wheel with a post-credit scene. Because
Yeah.
now I feel like post-credit scenes are kind of shying away from this is the next project.
Yeah.
And more of just a few extra moments with the characters.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
Did you think that when Ultraman took off his mask and it was Corn Sweat with long hair, I think he looked like Aaron Taylor Johnson
yeah, he
from
did
Kick
for a
Ass.
little bit. Yeah.
Like there were a lot of like weird shots that looked. I was like, that's Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Aaron Taylor Johnson's definitely recently becoming like one of my favorite actors.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job, especially this year. He's had 4 projects. He's in line to be 007.
Yeah, he is probably my number one pick for 007.
Yeah, I think after
I'd say that's in my letterbox name, James Little 007.
there you go.
I did not come up with any of that. That was one of my friends. I was like, what do I make my name?
Yeah.
James Little 007.
Yeah, I think he would do a really good job as James Bond, especially like the certain scenes in Craven.
Yeah.
When he's in the suit.
I do think that I think he was like who went up to Sony and was like, hey, I wanna do James Bond.
Yeah.
Can you just like give me a suit?
Yeah,
And,
there
like,
you go.
Like the cocktail scenes when he's like has the martini.
Yeah.
I'm pretty. Doesn't he have? He might have a line in there where he's like, "I would like it shaken, not stirred," or something like that.
I don't know. I don't think so. What's your favorite shot of the entire movie?
My favorite shot of the entire movie would probably, I really like the shot of him just like standing there looking at the Fortress of Solitude with a giant S. Or I don't know. There's a lot of I really like simple shots. So like maybe the shot of like the back of his cape when he's like looking at whatever. I like the shot of him punching through the glass a lot because it
that was
like,
a cool
was
shot.
the raw power. I really do like the shot of the kid like holding the flag, like praying for Superman.
Yeah.
That one. That's probably my favorite like little sequence. I don't know. I feel like just almost every shot with him was just amazing.
Yeah. I like I like how they kept it the same as they did in the trailer. When he saves the girl from the
That is a great one.
yeah, from like the CO2 tanks or whatever, or oxygen tanks it look like. That was a really cool scene, and I like how they kept it slow. But I think my favorite shot overall is after everybody's trying to leave Metropolis, and the female in the car gets stuck or stops, and the building's falling, and he gets the building, she goes.
This is my favorite shot. Never mind.
Yeah, and then he comes out of the dust.
I thought he was just gonna go right through, but he just like
slowly just comes up, and that's my favorite shot. But it almost ruined it because as the girl's driving and she looks back, there's nobody in front of her. It's just open road. That's not. That kind of bothered me a little bit because with the way people drive nowadays, there still would have been traffic and she would not have been able to cross over that much. But yeah, my favorite shot right there. Who would you say
is your like top 3 favorite characters of this movie?
I think Mr. Terrific, Lex, and Superman.
Okay, I agree with that. I did think that Guy Gardner would have less screen time, and I'm glad they all. I thought they would all have less screen time, and I'm glad that they all had good amount.
Yeah, they had a good amount of dialogue. Like it wasn't just like show up here, and then show up at the end or whatever the case may be. And I like how they were not in Metropolis helping Superman. Like they let him handle that, and they went to go deal with the other crisis in that other country, Barovia. So that was nice. But yeah, those are my top 3.
Oh yeah, the hypno glasses.
Yeah,
they did make that.
Was a nice touch.
I do like that.
I think it's okay.
I'm fine with it. I don't think it's. How did you feel about the message being?
How they wanted him to conquer.
Yeah.
It threw me off.
My friend texted me something, and I thought that would have been interesting if we never saw the end of that message until like one of the last projects with Superman, or like before he passes off the mantle, if they ever do that, and he finds out the rest of the message and was like, "Oh, but I interpret it like this, and I became my own Superman."
Yeah, I mean, it threw me off. I wasn't expecting that.
Just the whole movie, I was like, I feel like at the end they're gonna be like, "No, that was actually not real."
Yeah, no, I thought it would have been like doctored in some way, shape, or form, and they just kind of made that up. But I wasn't expecting it and that's not something we've seen before. I mean, and which I think he also took that from Smallville, because in Smallville, Jor-El was kind of like the same way. Like he didn't seem like a nice guy at all. So I mean, I think that's kind of what I thought of. But yeah, I was not expecting them to be like, you need to conquer Earth and be their leader and stuff like that. So I was not expecting that.
I think all the Easter eggs I had written down, I already mentioned.
Yeah, there's. I'm looking right now on my list. There's really, I think we've kind of got everything, other than like there is a billboard that says Gotham This Way.
Yeah. We kind of mentioned it, but not really. Michael Rosenbaum does voice one of the robots.
Yeah, he's one of Lex's
Lex's people.
Soldier people. Yeah. I kind of want to give a shout out to Frank Grillo. He's an underrated supporting character.
I feel bad for him, especially with like Marvel, because he signed a contract for like 4 or 5 movies, and they went, "No, we're just going to kill you off in the introduction of Civil War."
Yeah,
I think he's a really underrated actor, and same with Joel Kinnaman. Even he plays Rick Flag Sr.'s son. I think like Frank Grillo he's a great actor in like Warrior.
Yeah,
he played a really good supporting role.
Yeah.
I feel like he should be in a lot more stuff, because I feel like he has a.
We'll see what he looks like in Peacemaker.
Because I feel like he hits like one of those faces where he could be so many different types of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
He seems like he could be really well versed.
Yeah.
And all that stuff.
I did like how this had a lot of subtle nods to like things in the DC universe, like Jitters, Big Belly Burger, the DC's Oreos, things like that. So that was nice. Like when they said Jitters, I was like, ooh,
yeah,
interesting. And the little kaiju was in Jitters. That was really cool. But yeah, I think overall we caught most of the Easter eggs in there. The one thing I think my biggest gripe about something visually was the when Superman's dirty and he has like the black dirt.
Yeah.
It just made it look like his hair dye was running, or he had just dyed his hair black. I think they should have gone away from that, but I think that was I think that's my biggest gripe with the entire movie, which is small.
I feel like a lot of movies now are going for the more subjective look, which I prefer subjective look over objective. Which, I mean, some movies are objective and it's fine. Like F1, like a really good comparison.
Yeah.
Is F1 and the movie Rush.
Oh, that's a good movie.
Because Rush has a very subjective color grading to it, and F1 is very objective. Yeah. So is most Apple projects. But I feel like this movie does lean a lot into the subjective look, and I think that just shows to like how much credit the color grading, like on all the editors, like just how much it adds to it.
That is true.
Technically, color is I feel like it is the first step into VFX.
Okay.
Because it is visually changing it.
Yeah.
And I think the VFX artist also, I do think James Gunn is very forgiving to his VFX artist, unlike those poor people that had to work on The Flash or Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Like they put so much effort and they were just rushed, and I feel like James Gunn gives them a lot of time. Seems like hopefully he doesn't like overwork anyone, and it just really paid off. There wasn't really any moments that I thought looked bad. There might have been like one or two like nitpicky things.
Yeah.
Like some of the movement maybe, but movement is like it's hard for VFX.
It's also
just
like
weight.
It's a superhero movie.
Yeah.
Like you kind of have to take that kind of stuff with a grain of salt and just kind of look at it for what it is. It's a superhero movie. Things might look funky. Things might not be perfect.
Yeah.
But it
makes it human.
Exactly. Yeah. There you go. So yeah, I mean, I think everything I had wrong that I didn't like about the movie was very small things that it's not a big deal.
I do kind of like because I don't remember if they really do it in Justice League, the Zack Snyder cut, or Justice League. But Superman being on trial, pretty sure they give him human rights. And I like how in this they mention you don't get human rights because you're not from here.
Yeah. Yeah. This movie is not a woke movie. It's not.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Like, everybody's like, oh, because of all the stuff that's happening with, and I don't want to get into this at all. Like, I want to keep away from all of this because that's not what this is. But, like, all of the stuff that's happening with immigrants and getting deported and stuff like that, like, everybody's comparing it to the Superman movie. Superman is he is a legitimate alien.
And that's where the term comes from. But, like, he's from another planet.
Yeah. So I mean, and that's all I'll say about it. But like, it's not a woke movie, at all. So they do a really good job
of excluding politics. The only politics that they mention is a joke that Max Lord makes, which is played by James Gunn's brother.
Yeah.
Where he says, I think all liberals and Republicans can agree that Lex Luthor is a moron.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Lex Luthor sucks.
Yeah, Luthor sucks.
Yeah.
It was a funny moment, but that is like the only like political, like real life politics, like
yeah. And I mean,
thing.
like you could argue that some of the stuff that like Lex was doing was political, but it makes sense for his character because I mean, Lex is trying to take over everything. Like in a lot of iterations, Lex is president of the United States. Like,
and he
can't get any more political
to
than
be
that.
Like the dictator.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, like, you could say that, like, all those scenes regarding that was political, but, I mean, that's what makes sense about his character.
I definitely have noticed that with like James Gunn is he doesn't like to include real world stuff
Yeah.
in it, but like obviously in like a movie like this, you have to have some form of like a government in it.
Yeah, you can't always avoid it.
But he really seems like he tries to exclude all real life from it.
Yeah, which is, I mean, that's what TV and movies about.
Yeah,
is being able to escape the real world.
Yeah.
So like, you don't want to go on and look at like the problems of certain things and then go watch something and it has the same issues. Which, I mean, you can showcase that.
Which I feel like that was like the biggest issue with the last season of Shameless is they had COVID in it.
Yeah.
And I don't think that was well received because everyone was like, we don't want to think about COVID, so
yeah,
I don't want to watch a TV show that is like just talking about COVID, and they're all like, oh, we have to wear masks the whole time, or like we have to social distance.
Yeah, that was the same thing with Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, I didn't watch that.
Well, I had to, but yeah. All right. Well, do you have any like fun facts about this movie?
No, I think I said all the ones that thought of. Recently I saw the original suit, like concept suit that they were gonna use. Very happy with what they like went with, but I still liked the other version.
Yeah. About the suit, I like how it's not tucked into his collar.
I never liked that.
It looks
the only
funky.
suit that I like that is tucked in to the collar or the cape is the Brendan Routh Kingdom Come suit.
Yeah.
So how would you top 3 live action suits?
Live action suits.
Actually, I would say Brendan Routh.
Brendan Routh is really good.
I'd say both of his suits.
Yeah.
I love the Superman Returns suit.
The Superman Returns suit, yeah, is very good. I think the only issue I had with it was the red was a little too dark for me.
Yeah.
But overall,
I like the blue.
It's very simple.
Yeah.
Very simple for like a movie suit.
Mm-hmm.
For especially that year.
Yeah.
Which a lot
was not a great year for like movies.
Yeah, but also like I don't know if a lot of people know, but like Superman Returns is supposed to be a sequel to Superman 2.
It's weird because it was Superman Returns. It was supposed to be a trilogy, so it was supposed to replace the Christopher Reeves quadrilogy. Because Christopher Reeves have 4 movies.
4. It's supposed to replace the 3 and 4.
But no, I thought it could because it was. Remember at the end of the first Christopher Reeve, he leaves to go to try to find Krypton, and
I thought it was supposed to be the 3rd movie.
It's supposed to be the 2nd.
Oh, okay.
So Superman Returns is supposed to be the 2nd movie, like redoing it if he never came back for 10 years or something.
Yeah, it was like 10 years. Yeah.
And then that was supposed to be a trilogy, so it would replace the 3rd and 4th.
Yeah.
After that. I don't know why they decided to do that.
Yeah, that was kind of weird, and yeah,
but
it would have been nice to see what they could have done with it. But
I don't really care for the Snyder Superman emblem, but I do really like it a lot in Man of Steel. I really like the Man of Steel suit, except for like the belt.
Yeah,
I don't care for the belt.
That's very Kryptonian.
I do like how his suit is Kryptonian text. Like the texture of the suit is Kryptonian text.
Yeah.
But I also really like the suit.
Yeah, the Superman Returns suit is really, really good.
I'd say his Brendan Routh's Kingdom Come and Superman Returns suit are on my top 3.
Yeah.
And then I feel like I could interchange. I feel like my 3rd pick, like 3A, would be like the original Christopher Reeve, and then like 3B would be David Cornsweet's, and then 3C Man of Steel.
Yeah, okay. I can.
Like I feel like those 3 are like really tied.
Yeah, I think the only issue, aside from like the trunks having like certain shots looking weird in Cornsweet's Superman, the suit is really good. The only thing is, I kind of wish the blue was like a tiny bit darker.
I was fine with it.
I overall,
I do
I'm
think
fine
the
with
emblem
it.
sometimes looked a little weird,
Yeah,
but I don't care. It
Yeah.
still looked good for.
I just wish it was just like a hair darker.
I just feel like any like critique I had with this movie, I just didn't want to have, and I just don't really care about it because
Yeah.
like I don't care. I love this movie.
Yeah, it was really, really good.
I do think that this movie will be the highest grossing of the year.
Okay, I was literally about to ask you if you think it'll do better than Fantastic Four.
I don't think it will.
You don't think so?
No, wait. I think this will do better than Fantastic Four.
Really?
At the box
Okay.
office.
I think it's gonna be real close.
I think because it came out first, that's a big thing. Because that's what happened with Mission Impossible recently. Came out
Yeah.
after like some big stuff, and
I think though the trailer that we watched in the theater for Fantastic Four was way better than the trailer for Superman.
but I feel like there's a wider audience for Superman than Fantastic Four.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see.
And this is the first DC project.
Yeah.
Movie.
That is true.
I feel like, and it's being received really well by word of mouth.
It is. Yeah,
And I feel like more people are going to go back and watch Superman in the theater more than Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I don't. Well, that is true. I think, overall, I think the movie's being. I mean, even on Letterboxd, like that, not many people are not.
It's a whole star ranking higher than Man of Steel.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's a 4.0. Man of Steel is a 3.0.
Okay.
There's a 1,000 half stars,
Yeah.
and
Those are those monkey bots.
yeah, and then 138,000 4 stars.
Yeah. Even a decent amount of 5 stars. 108,000.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I think
Your buddies. You said your buddy gave it 5 stars, which I was surprised.
One of my friends gave it 5 stars, and he does say, he literally, the first sentence is, it's a 5, and no, it's not some Christopher Nolan masterpiece, and it's not the quality of The Batman 2022, directed by Matt Reeves. He said it's a 5 because this is Superman, and then just a huge review, but
and you could.
I'm gonna change mine to a 4.
Okay, good. I was surprised that he gave it a 5 stars because I know you guys are more so into the
This
filmmaking.
This one, he is very into like.
He's the nerd.
He's the one that
comic
just
book nerd.
loves movies.
Yeah.
A lot. He loves IPs a lot.
Oh, okay.
I think he's only seen 2 originals this year. Maybe 1. But he loves IPs and loves like campy comic book movies.
Okay. This movie was pretty campy, but it felt like a real comic book movie.
I was a little scared that it was going to be too much.
Yeah.
Campy Superman. No, it wasn't. It was perfect.
It was it was
Love
really
this movie.
good.
I do think might be on my top 5 for the year, based on like enjoyment. So far of like the 2025 movies I've seen, definitely, obviously Sinners.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely this movie. 28 Years. I really liked Mickey 17, but critically I didn't really think it was great.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed like the first act and a half a lot. I'm gonna have to look again, but
I think I've
it's
only
definitely
seen.
there.
I think this is the 3rd movie I've seen that came out this year.
Well, this is definitely up there with.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay.
do you think that this was better than Christopher Reeve's first movie?
Ooh, I can't answer that.
Yeah, I feel like it's impossible to compare anything with Christopher Reeves because it just feels.
It's also a
wrong.
different time.
Yeah, it's like completely different.
Like,
I feel
they were
both
limited.
captured their take on Superman perfectly.
Yeah, and I mean, it's visually, it's way better.
Mhm.
But like that's not a fair argument because like they were so limited in technology. Like they couldn't do a whole lot. They had to focus more so on the character and the actors' portrayals, which some could argue makes it better.
Uh-huh.
But
Creativity thrives in a box.
yeah. So I mean,
Like the use of miniatures in Superman the movie
yeah,
was great. Looks great. Like the taking the undeveloped film, putting it over the other film for like some of the miniature stuff, and then putting Superman.
some of the
back in it.
miniatures are painfully obvious.
But like it is still
Yeah.
it is still like campy
Yeah,
and fun. Like
Yeah.
Superman's spinning around the globe to turn back time.
yeah, that was interesting. But yeah, I don't think you can compare them because
It's like it's a completely different age of Superman because I think the Golden Age Superman is like my favorite. Like,
yeah,
faster than a speeding bullet.
yeah.
Like
It's a
that
bird,
type of
it's a
Superman.
plane, it's Superman.
Yeah, like
yeah,
that's like my favorite version of Superman.
yeah,
But this really, I think, captured like the what it was going for.
yeah.
And it did
This movie did great. I'm excited to see
Where James
where
Gunn
it
takes-
goes, and I'm excited to see how well this movie does. Because I find myself now more looking at like how much the movie makes, because that's pretty much how they determine how successful it is. I mean, so far it's on a good run
Yeah,
for
it's on a-
3 days.
Yeah,
So
great.
tomorrow I'll check to see what it made through the weekend, and then see what it will make altogether. I'm excited for
What do
it.
you think? Because before we watched it, you said 30 million.
What was the?
You said 30 million.
Did I?
Yeah, I was
Okay.
like, whoa, that is crazy low.
What was the budget? Let's look it up.
I think around 200.
I think it was 200.
I'm guessing close to 100.
So the budget for this movie was $225 million.
I think that opening weekend it'll get around 70 million.
Yeah. So according to this, it says the film needs to gross around $700 million globally to be considered a success, which I
That's
don't
definitely not
agree
right.
with.
It's wait, you said it was 220?
So this says 225 million.
Okay. They
Some
probably-
reports show based off of
mean-
like the extra stuff, not just making the movie.
They have done a lot of marketing, but
Well,
there's no way that they
crap ton.
did $400 million in marketing.
Yeah. Well, this says
It's usually for a movie like this, maybe 50, max 100 million.
they said the marketing could be closer to 350 million total. Like not just marketing, but like total. I'm
Well, success means like doubling their
Yeah,
profits.
yeah.
Is making.
What did you say it'll make? What you think it'll make?
I think it'll
After
make, like,
after all said and done.
I think it'll hit $1 billion.
Oh, I now after
Easily
watching
hit
it,
$1 billion.
it'll easily hit $1 billion because
If not, I'll go watch it 10 times.
I've seen a lot of people that have been like, I've watched it 4 times already.
If I could, I would go spend a day at the theater just watching.
Yeah,
it on
with
repeat.
ticket prices though, I don't know. But yeah, it'll easily hit $1 billion. Like there's so many people that are already watching it multiple times. So
I think I'm probably gonna see it 3 or 4 times. I've seen a lot of movies this year. I've definitely seen the most movies more than once in theaters.
yeah, we might just have to go watch it this week.
Yeah. I
And then
saw.
we're gonna go watch it with Mikey if he ever comes down here. So
I watched. I think the last one I watched twice was, or more than once was
Sinners.
Thunderbolts. Probably.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I think I watched some after, but I saw Sinners 2 or 3 times.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of movies twice this year.
yeah.
But-
No, I think this movie will easily hit $1 billion. That's not. Yeah, this movie was really good.
So that's our thoughts on Superman. I've changed my ranking to a 4 out of 5 stars. I will be writing a review for it. If you want to comment, say whatever about it, your thoughts on it, you can comment wherever you're watching this or on my letterboxd at James Little 007.
Yeah, we'll put it right here.
Yeah, right. Like
So,
that.
but yeah, overall go watch this movie. This movie is really, really good, and it's very for Superman. Superman's all about hope, and this is a very hopeful movie for the future of DC, which is something that I've desperately wanted for many, many years because I prefer DC over Marvel.
Yeah.
But I think we're in good hands with James Gunn, so definitely go watch it and let us know your thoughts. If it's negative, I'm probably not going to agree with you. Or I won't agree with you, but I probably won't believe you. You're probably one of those monkey bots of Lex's, but yeah, let us know and go watch it multiple times because we are.
And more times you see a movie like this in theaters, the more movies like this get released.
That is true.
More traction to the theater means more movies, more better movies, so we can make stuff like this.
Yeah.
And celebrate more movies.
But that's all for now. Check us out on Friday for some movie news, and we'll see you next time. I've been Matt.
And I've been James.
See ya.